Kenny doesn't call repair tech, never has. So when our Dometic 310 toilet started giving us trouble, we did what we always do, figured it out ourselves. 2 repairs, about $25 in parts, and now our toilet works better than the day we bought the rig. We are going to show you exactly what we did, because if you're living in your RV full-time, knowing how to handle this yourself is worth a lot more than a service call ever would be. Now, we don't sugarcoat things around here, so let me be straight with you. We had 2 problems. 1, there was no shutoff valve on our toilet, which means if something goes wrong, you're shutting off water to the whole rig. That's not great when you're boondocking. And 2, our flush valve was leaking. Not all the time, just every once in a while, enough water to end up on the floor, which sounds minor until you're mopping up your bathroom at midnight in a camper. Kenny's going to walk you through both fixes. Stay with us to the end, because the valve replacement is where most people get tripped up, and we'll show you exactly how to avoid it.
What we're going to do here today, we're going to replace the flush valve because it's leaking, and there's also no water shutoff valve on this plumbing, so I'm going to install that already. I pre-made the water shutoff, this ball crank valve here.
Okay, so here's the thing. Most RVs come without a dedicated shutoff valve for the toilet. Ours didn't have one from the factory. Wild, right? Every other sink and the other toilet all had them, but this main toilet. I don't know why.
I don't know if I can do this. I'm not getting in everybody's way, but me first. All right. Make sure you shut the water off. Open the valves. Drain the water out as best you can. Put an old towel down and get everything out of your way.
Use the shutoff valve to cut water to the toilet. Flush to clear out what's left in the middle in the line. Then disconnect the water supply from the back of the toilet. Have a towel ready. There'll be a little drip. Now you can access the flush valve on the 310. It's held in place with 1 screw. Kenny took it out, and you could see right away where it had been weeping. The old seal inside was just done. This is why water ends up on the floor, by the way. It's not a dramatic break. It just slowly gives out over time. Totally normal in older units. Pop in a new valve, make sure everything seats correctly, and reconnect your water supply. Hand tight first, then just a little snug with a wrench. Don't over tighten, you'll cause a different problem. Turn the water back on with your new shutoff valve. Check every connection point, flush a few times, and watch the base of the toilet.
All right, water's back on.
Ours stayed dry. Kenny flushed it probably 6 or 7 times just to be sure. Dry floor, no drip, done. $25, 2 repairs, and we haven't touched it since. That's the part we love. You don't have to be a plumber, you just have to be willing to try it yourself.
The leaks.
If this saved you some money or gave you the confidence to try yourself, we'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below. Have you dealt with a leaking RV toilet? What did you do? And if you're new here, we share the real numbers and the real repairs of full-time RV life. No sugarcoating.
There's no water shutoff valve on every faucet in an RV should have a shutoff valve. This did not, so
Our other bathroom did, but this one didn't.
The only one, the sinks all had it. I don't know.
So you're all done? You've got it all replaced now?
Yeah, just making sure there's no leaks.
Okay, I see the shutoff valve.
The flush valve is this piece here. Slides in here. There's 1 screw here. You just back that out and depress those tabs and pop that baby out. Transfer this hose. The valve comes with a new screw, a new clamp.
That was a great job, Kenny. You fixed our toilet from leaking, so now it's not leaking anymore. Thank you.
Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Remember, life is good, and we'll see you in the next one.